Russia flexes military air power in Armenia as tensions with the West continue to intensify. Moscow signals that its long-standing military presence in Armenia is not going anywhere despite growing Western outreach. Russian Sukhoi Su-30s jets roar over Yerevan as the Kremlin sends a visible strategic message. Putin's military hardware rolls through Yerevan amid an escalating geopolitical struggle over Armenia's future alignment. Russian military firepower was on full display during Armenia's Republic Day parade held in Yerevan on May 28. Russian Su-30s fighter jets and TOS-1A Solntsepek heavy rocket launchers rolled through central Yerevan. Footage from the parade also showed Russian Mi-17V helicopters and Su-25 Grach attack aircraft overhead. Russian R-149 AKSH-1 command and staff vehicles were also spotted during the large-scale military showcase. Armenia also showcased India's Akash air defense system alongside strike and reconnaissance drone platforms. Indian ATAG's towed and self-propelled artillery systems were also featured during the Republic Day parade. Military systems from France, China, Iran, and the United States were also displayed during the event. The parade featured 14 marching platoons with more than 1,200 servicemen participating in formation drills. The large-scale military showcase comes amid tensions between Yerevan and Moscow over Armenia's EU ties. Russia said its military base in Armenia remains fully active, insisting there are no reasons for any withdrawal from the country at this stage. Russian Security Council Secretary Sergei Shoigu said Moscow sees no threat of the base being dismantled despite Armenia's growing outreach to the West. Shoigu's remarks came days after Marco Rubio's visit and Washington's renewed push for deeper US-Armenia strategic cooperation. The comments were made during Russia's first International Security Forum held on May 28 amid rising geopolitical tensions. Shoigu also mocked the US-Armenia strategic partnership, calling it more like an election campaign tool in remarks cited by TASS.
The warning to ambassadors to leave Kiev was made in all seriousness and consciousness, because in any case, this can happen at any moment, if and when we consider that a forceful enough response is necessary, as we have repeatedly said. We responded to the terrorist act that resulted in the loss of our young people, whose photos we saw here and they were shown to everyone at this forum to make it clear how deep and serious the tragedy was for both the parents and Russia as a whole. Therefore, in this case, we warned what kind of force a strike can be. We also demonstrated. We have everything for this. If someone thinks, and some not only think but say, that Russia has nothing else, which is why they use such weapons, they are deeply mistaken.
Moscow is trying to stop Armenia's growing political drift toward Europe ahead of the country's high-stakes June 7 elections. Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan has frozen Armenia's participation in Russia-led security alliances and regional military structures. Pashinyan has also pushed closer ties with the United States and launched a formal process toward European Union integration. Russia's 102nd military base in Gyumri remains Moscow's biggest symbol of military power in the strategically vital South Caucasus region. The installation houses thousands of Russian troops along with MiG-29 fighter jets and S-300 air defense missile systems. The military agreement for the Russian base runs until 2044 with automatic 5-year extensions built into the treaty framework. Despite rising tensions with Yerevan, Russia moved last year to reinforce, not reduce, its military presence inside Armenia. Moscow also remains Armenia's dominant gas supplier and hosts hundreds of thousands of Armenian migrant workers. Russia's influence in the South Caucasus has weakened as the Ukraine war drains Moscow's military and financial resources. Analysts say the prolonged conflict has reduced the Kremlin's ability to tightly control former Soviet regions along its borders.
Everyone has seen where such actions can lead, as evidenced by the events in the Gulf. They affect not just one country, or two, or even three. They affect the entire world. Imagine that a fertilizer shortage has affected nearly 50% of the world's cropland. What a food shortage means for Africa. This is discussed and shown every year. We see it. It's not a matter of a few people or a few dozen. It's millions, tens of millions of people who are starving. This will naturally affect everything. Against this backdrop, everyone can see that Russia is strictly fulfilling its commitments in all directions. This applies to fertilizer supplies, grain, and many others. Therefore, we remain, as we always have been, reliable partners and suppliers of hydrocarbons, gas, liquefied natural gas, and oil. The nature of warfare has changed. Virtually everyone is interested in the experience we have gained, because I can say with confidence that the experience the Russian armed forces of today is, on the one hand, invaluable. On the other hand, I don't think I can name another army as well-trained, well-prepared, and well-equipped as Russia's one. More and more companies are emerging in Europe that produce more than just unmanned aerial vehicles. They have long been manufacturing various types of ammunition, including artillery shells, and they produce components. Some of them even make a big announcement about it, saying, "We've started producing this here." Why so? Because in Ukraine, as soon as a company like that appears, our armed forces naturally strike these centers, these locations where we see and monitor the production of this ammunition. The truth about Donbass has existed for a long time. For a long time, people failed to notice it. In fact, they tried to ignore it from the very beginning. But this is what is known as the starting point, or the root cause not only of the special military operation, but of all other actions as well.
On May 28th, Armenia officially demonstrated Chinese CH-4 Rainbow drones for the very first time, putting them on open display and confirming months of rumors about a quiet acquisition. A video released from the Independence Day parade shows the drones slowly moving past the reviewing stand, giving viewers a clear look at the new aircraft that have suddenly joined Armenia's arsenal. Until this parade, Armenia had never officially announced the purchase of these Chinese drones, making their surprise debut a de facto confirmation of a previously secret defense deal. Two of the CH-4 drones were shown on parade fully equipped with AR-1 and AR-2 air-to-surface missiles, underscoring that these platforms are not symbolic showpieces but combat-ready strike assets. The CH-4 Rainbow is already in service with countries like Algeria, Congo, Pakistan, Ethiopia, Indonesia, and Myanmar, and Armenia now appears to be joining this club of nations relying on Chinese strike drones. There are two main versions of the CH-4, a dedicated reconnaissance model for surveillance and intelligence, and a multipurpose variant capable of both spying and launching precision strikes. However, it remains unclear which specific version Armenia has received, leaving analysts guessing whether Yerevan has prioritized deep reconnaissance, precision strike capability, or a mix of both. The fuselage of the CH-4 stretches to about 8.5 meters in length, giving the drone a substantial profile suitable for housing sensors, fuel, and weapons. An 18-meter wingspan allows the drone to generate the lift and endurance it needs for long patrols, keeping it in the air for extended surveillance or strike missions. Its cruising speed of around 330 km per hour enables it to loiter patiently over target areas while still covering large distances when needed. At maximum power, the CH-4 can reportedly reach speeds of up to 435 km per hour, giving operators flexibility to reposition quickly or exit hostile airspace. When it comes to payload and range, the CH-4 is designed to carry both electronics and munitions over long distances, making it a versatile platform for modern warfare. The drone can carry up to roughly 345 kilograms of equipment and weapons, allowing operators to mix sensors, guided bombs, and missiles depending on the mission profile. Its flight range is estimated between 3,500 and 5,000 kilometers, giving it the ability to operate far from its base and strike targets deep inside contested areas. Using a standard ground control link, operators can directly pilot the drone at distances of up to about 150 kilometers, suitable for many regional missions. With satellite communication enabled, the control range becomes virtually unlimited, letting commanders fly and retask the drone across vast theaters of operation. The primary armament of the CH-4 focuses on precision air-to-surface strikes, giving Armenia a standoff option against armored and fixed targets. The drone can be armed with AR-1 and AR-2 missiles, each weighing around 20 kilograms, allowing multiple precision munitions to be carried on a single sortie. Each of these missiles carries an armor-piercing warhead of about 5 kilograms, designed to punch through vehicles, fortifications, and hardened positions. Guidance is provided by an inertial navigation system combined with semi-active laser homing in the terminal phase, helping the missiles home in on laser-designated targets with high accuracy. With a maximum range of up to 8 kilometers, these missiles allow the drone to engage targets from a safe standoff distance, reducing exposure to short-range air defenses. In addition, the CH-4 can carry the AKD-10 anti-tank air-to-surface missile, a heavier weapon specifically designed to destroy armor and high-value ground assets. Beyond its primary missiles, the CH-4 has access to a broader additional weapons arsenal, including glide bombs and precision-guided munitions. The 90mm BRM-1 laser-guided missile offers another precision option, using laser designation to strike smaller or more agile ground targets. The FT-7 is a 130kg glide bomb, allowing the drone to release it from a distance and let it silently glide onto fixed targets with guided accuracy. The lighter FT-9/50, at around 50 kilograms, provides a smaller guided bomb option for strikes where lower collateral damage and multiple releases are required. The FT-10/25, weighing roughly 25 kilograms, is an even smaller precision bomb, allowing the drone to carry several units for multiple pinpoint attacks in a single mission. The GB7/50 is another precision-guided munition in the 50kg class, tailored for accurate strikes on critical but compact targets. The GB4/100 serves as a 100kg precision weapon, sitting between the smaller and larger bombs to give operators flexible strike options.